All right, we're in the truck. The first thing we're going to do after we get in is we're going to check our seat belt. Properly mounted, secured, not cracked, damaged, or loose. There's no abrasions, bumps, or cuts on it. Latches properly. Next, I'm going to talk about my windows, mirrors, and windshield, all my glass. It's all properly mounted, secured, not cracked, damaged, loose. It's clean. And my mirrors are properly adjusted for my line of sight, and I have no illegal stickers on my windshield. Now I'm going to do a safe start. Truck's in neutral, clutch is in, brakes are set. We'll crank it up. All right, I noticed when I cranked it, my ABS light came on and went off. If it would not have come on, that would mean we'd have a braking problem. If it'd come on and stayed on, we'd have a braking problem. I'm going to talk about my gauges. My water temperature gauge is coming up to the proper level. Should be around 180 at proper level. My voltmeter is properly charging around 13 to 15. Oil pressure is doing good, is properly charged. I have proper oil pressure at about 40 psi while idling. RPMs are working. We got enough fuel for the trip. Check my speedometer later. Check my applied brake pressure gauge later. Primary and secondary air tanks showing proper charge at 120 psi. I'll go ahead and click my lights and my clearance lights on. Both working. I'm going to come back and I'm going to do my signals. I'll talk about my left turn signal, my right turn signal, my four-way flashers, my brights, my high beams. Talk about my horn. They're working. I got a city horn and a country horn. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hit my windshield wipers. They work. They're properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or loose. No abrasions, bumps, cuts on the blades. Should be a squirter, but it doesn't work on this truck. Next, I'm going to talk about my heater and my defrost. Turn it to that position. My defrost works and my heater works. Now I'm ready for my start of my brake test. I'm going to do a tug test first. I'm going to check my trailer brakes. They work. Now I'm going to check my truck brakes. They work. Now I'm going to do a service brake check. I'm going to roll ahead at 5 miles an hour, and the truck shouldn't lean from one side to the other when I apply the brakes. Or shouldn't pull, excuse me. Lightly hold the wheel, and we're going to roll. Apply the brakes. Didn't pull from one side to the other. Everything's in good shape. Now I'm going to cut the truck off and leave it in gear so it doesn't roll. And I'm going to cut it back to the power setting. Now what I want to do is an applied brake test. I'm going to hold down my brake pedal for 1 minute. Cannot lose more than 4 psi in that 1 minute. At this time, you want to ask the examiner, would he time you? You'll press down, hold it for 1 minute, not lose more than 4 psi. You're also listening for leaks out the door. I'm going to say our minute's up. Didn't leak. Now I'm going to check my warning lights and buzzers, which should come on at 60 psi. Fan my brakes down to 60. Warning lights and buzzers are on. I'm going to continue to fan between 40 and 20 psi. Both my valves should pop out. They both popped out, and this concludes my vehicle inspection.